Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are safe at your home. Stay safe, stay home. In the previous class, we have learned the lesson Deep Water, written by William Douglas. Through this lesson, we are going to see how William Douglas, the author, learned swimming. Then he decided to learn swimming. So he selected the YMCA pool because it was safe. One day he went there, but when he reached there, nobody was there. So he waited there for his friends. But suddenly a boxer boy came and took him and threw him into the water. That we have learned in the previous class. Now all of you take your literature reader, page number 25. With that, he picked me up and tossed me into the deep end. I landed in a sitting position, swallowed water, and went at once to the bottom. He took him and threw him into the water. Then suddenly, he reached at the bottom and he was in a sitting position. He swallowed enough water and went at once to the bottom due to the force. I was frightened, but not yet frightened out of my wits. On the way bottom, I planned. While he was moving down to the bottom, he planned in such a way. The boxer boy took him and threw him into the water. While he was moving down to the water, he planned in such a way. What was his plan? When my feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and paddle to the edge of the pool. Then what was his plan? When his feet hit the bottom, then he would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and paddle on the edge of the pool. And that was his plan. His plan, that was very important. Do one thing, all of you underline. What was his plan? On the way down, when my feet hit the bottom, then while he was moving down to the bottom, he planned in such a way. Then when his feet hit the bottom, he would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and move to the edge of the pool. That was his plan. It seemed a long way down. Then it was only a 9 feet, but he felt it seemed a long way down. Those 9 feet were more like 90. And before I touched bottom, my lungs were ready to burst. Before he reached bottom, his lungs were ready to burst. But when my feet hit bottom, I summoned all my strength and made what I thought was a great spring upwards. Then when his feet hit the bottom, he took by using all his strength, then he jumped upwards. But what happened? I thought was a great spring upwards. I imagined I could bob to the surface like a cork. Instead, I came up slowly. Then he thought that he would bob to the surface of the water like a cork. But what happened here? Instead, he came up slowly. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but water. He opened his eyes, but he saw only water. Water that had a dirty yellow tinge. Tinge here means color to it. I grew panicky. He became so tense. I reached up as if to grab a rope and my hands clutched only in water. Then when he reached at the surface of the water, he tried to grab a rope, but his hands clutched only in water, only at water. I was suffocating. I tried to yell, but no sound came out. He tried to cry. Yell here means cry, but no sound came out. Then my eyes and nose came out of the water. At last, his eyes and nose came out of the water, but not my mouth. Again, he tried to yell, but no sound came out. Only his eyes and nose came out of the water. I flailed at the surface of the water. What do you mean by the word flail? Flail here means moved arms and legs without any control. I flailed at the surface of the water, swallowed and choked. That means actually he did not know swimming. When he reached the top of the bottom, he flailed. I tried to bring my legs up, but they hung as dead weights, paralyzed and rigid. He tried to bring his legs up, but not possible. A great force was pulling me under. He felt that a great force was pulling him down. I screamed, but only the water heard me. I had started on the long journey back to the bottom of the pool. Then at first he reached the surface of the water. Again he came down. Again he started on the long journey back to the bottom of the pool. I struck at the water as I went down. Then while he was moving down, he struck at the water as he went down, expending my strength as one in a nightmare fights as irresistible force. Then while he was moving down, by using all his strength, he tried to move upwards, but his legs ached, his head throbbed, I was getting dizzy. But I remembered the strategy. Again he was moving down. While he was moving down, he remembered the strategy. What was his plan? Then he would spring from the bottom of the pool and come like a cock to the surface. I would lie flat on the water, strike out with my arms and thrash with my legs. Then what was his plan? Then while he was moving down to the water, he planned in such a way. When his feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it and paddle to the edge of the pool. Then while he was moving down, then he tried to apply this. But what happened? Then I would get to the edge of the pool and be safe. Then I went down endlessly. I opened my eyes, nothing but water with a yellow glow. Again he planned the same thing but could not possible. Then nothing but water with a yellow glow, dark water that one could not see through. And then sheer stark terror seized me. Then at last a strong terror seized him. Terror that knows no understanding, terror that knows no control, terror that no one can understand, only who has not experienced it. Then nobody can understand that terror. Because a strong terror seized him. I was shrieking underwater, I was paralyzed underwater, stiff, rigid with fear. Even the screams in my throat were frozen. Then he could not even cry. Only my heart and the pounding in my head said that I was still alive. Then he was in a very pathetic situation while he was moving down to the water second time. And then in the midst of the terror came a touch of reason. I must remember to jump when I hit the bottom. Then in the middle, he was actually a strong terror seized him. Even then while he was moving down, he remembered the strategy. I must remember to jump when I hit the bottom. At last, I felt the tiles under me. At last, he reached the bottom of the pool. My toes reached out as if to grab them. I jumped with everything I had. By using all his strength, he jumped upwards. But the jump made no difference. Then as he was totally tired, the jump made no difference. The water was still around me. I looked for ropes, ladders, water wings. He tried to jump upwards, but the water was still around him. He looked for ropes, ladders, water wings. Nothing but water, but he got only water. A mass of yellow water held me. Stark terror took an even deeper hold on me like a great charge of electricity. I shook and trembled with fright. He shook and trembled with fright because a strong terror seized him. My arms wouldn't move, my legs wouldn't move. I tried to call for help, to call for mother, nothing happened. Then his legs wouldn't move, his arms wouldn't move. He tried to call for help, but nobody was there. And then strangely there was light. I was coming out of the awful yellow water. At least my eyes were again. He came to the surface of the water. His eyes and nose was almost out of the water. Then I started down a third time. Then again, at last he reached the surface of the water. His eyes and nose were almost out too. Again he was moving down to the third time. I sucked for air and got water. He sucked for air because his eyes and nose were already out of the water. But again he moved back to the water. The yellowish light was going out. Then again he moved back to the bottom of the water. That means the third time. Then all effort ceased. I relaxed. Even my legs felt limp and the blackness swept over my brain. It wiped out fear. At last he felt an unconscious mood. It wiped out his fear. It wiped out terror. There was no more panic. It was quiet and peaceful. Nothing to be afraid of. This is nice. To be drowsy, to go to sleep. There is no fear. Then he was in an unconscious mood. No need to jump. Too tired to jump. It's nice to be carried gently. To float along in space. Tender arms around me. At last he felt a tender arms around him. That means somebody was there to help rescue him. Tender arms like mothers. Now I must go to sleep. I crossed to oblivion and the curtain of life fell. I crossed to oblivion here means I crossed to the forgetfulness. That means he was in an unconscious mood. He could not remember what was really happened. The next I remember, I was lying on my stomach beside the pool, vomiting. When he woke up, he was lying on his stomach beside the pool and vomiting. The chap that threw me in was saying, but I was only fooling. The child, the boxer boy who took him and threw him into the water said, he did this just as a joke. Someone said, the kid nearly died, but all right now, let's carry him to the locker room. But someone said, the people gathered there said, then let's carry him to the locker room. Several hours later, I walked home. I was weak and trembling. Several hours later, William Douglas was okay. Then he walked home, but he was weak and shivering. I shook and cried when I lay on my bed. He shook and cried when he lay on his bed. I couldn't eat that night. For days, a haunting fear was in my heart. For days, a haunting fear seized him for doing everything. The slightest assertion upset me, making me wobbly in the knees and sick to my stomach. While he was thinking about this experience, then this making him wobbly in the knees. Wobbly means unsteady in the knees and sick to my stomach. I never went back to the pool. I feared water. I avoided it whenever I could. He never went back to the pool. Actually, he decided to learn swimming. He selected YMCA pool because it was safe. But later, he never went back to the pool. He feared water and he avoided whenever he could. A few years later, when I came to know the waters of the Cascades, I wanted to get into them. Later, when he knew about the waters of Cascades, then he wanted to get into them, but again the same fear haunted him. And whenever I did, whether I was wading the Titan or bumping river or bathing in warm lake or the God rocks, the terror that had seized me in the pool would come back. Then whenever, while he was walking or bathing or whatever he was doing, the same fear haunted him. It would take possession on me completely. My legs would become paralyzed. Icy horror would grab my heart. This handicap stayed with me as the years rolled by. The same situation. He stayed with the same situation for years. In canoes on main lakes, fishing for landlocked salmon. Salmon means a type of fish. Bass fishing in New Hampshire. Trout fishing on the Deschutes and Metolius in Oregon. Fishing for salmon on the Columbia. At Bumping Lake in the Cascades. Wherever I went, the haunting fear of the water followed me. Then wherever he goes, then wherever it may be, the same fear haunted him. Wherever I went, the haunted fear of the water followed me. It ruined my fishing trips, deprived me of the joy of canoeing, boating and swimming. Then as far as the William Douglas is concerned, he likes canoeing, boating and swimming. Wherever he goes, the same fear haunted him. So he lost the joy of canoeing, boating and swimming. Okay, all of you understand what we have seen today. This lesson is written by William Douglas. Through this lesson, then we learned how William Douglas learned swimming. Then he selected YMCA pool to learn swimming because it was very safe. But one day, a boxer boy took him and threw him into the water. Then it was really an unforgettable experience for him. At last, somehow, he reached the shore. Then after that experience, a strong fear haunted him. Whenever he got opportunity to go for canoeing, boating or swimming, the same fear haunted him. That we have seen today. Do one thing, all of you read the lesson several times. I will send you the notes through Google Classroom. Thank you all.